Mudang, and Maldives and Thailand, MIT, project present 9 gems and 9 transactions of MIT and underwater business on private island on land.
From experience and expertise in geology, AI, and IT in designing. 1. Participation in the design, construction, and maintenance of large dams of the Electricity Generating Authority of Thailand. 2. Creating artificial islands as examples at Bangban M3 sandpit. 3. Drilling groundwater. 4. Software production. 5. Design by AI to create plans and exterior images of 61 water-related real estate businesses. Now, byVicharn Group VG would like to ask for permission to create 9 colored gems or 9 colored gems of the Maldives and Thailand project or MIT that can shine for 8 projects from the M1 to M7 and MS projects, which are unlikely to have other projects in the country that can compare. The list is as follows. Gem Type 1 Diamond for Greatness. Victory with passive house in every project. If VG is assigned to be the designer and supervisor of the construction of houses, buildings, and structures in 21 preserved places models, VG requests the construction of buildings using the German passive house system to save energy and use to reduce heat and maintain coolness, which if it is a new house, it will save up to 90%. Gem Type 2. Sapphire. For kindness, compassion with hot spring. Every project can drill mineral water and hot springs deeper than 500 meters underground. And in the M1 Bang Kuntian and M7 Bang Borapet projects, there will be hot springs shooting up into the air about 150 meters high, which may be the highest hot spring source in the world. Gem Type 3 Emerald. For faith, courage with happy floating places. Business related to houses or buildings that float, such as floating houses, floating restaurants, floating hotels, businesses on floating rafts that have engines to drive, and yachts to provide convenience, safety, and enhance business. On the floating building, there will be a boat parking area or floating building along the public area. And if it is the M1 Bang Kuntian project, the floating building and yachts can sail out to the Chao Phraya River or to the sea or boats from the sea. Sail into the outer island that is 7 meters high. And for the M7 project, Bueng Boraphet, you can sail a boat or a floating building to Bueng Boraphet. Except for the floating hotel, the rest can be moved outside the project to the sea, river, or Bueng Boraphet by hydraulic lifting the boat according to the specified weight. Gemstone Type 4 Garnet. For good health, long life. With Item 1, private island or artificial island on land, which will be 7 meters to 10 meters high from normal ground. There is a landslide barrier and water waves eroding the soil. It is a concrete cement line, similar to a dam. The reason for preventing permanent flooding is outstanding, not isolated, has unity, has freedom with a 360-degree view, no tsunami problems, ground subsidence, landslides, far from serious earthquakes, and has insurance with an insurance company. There will be an artificial sand beach and there will be a wave maker in the project starting from 5,000 Rai or more. Item 2. Business in the construction on the island underwater area down to 20 meters. If divided into levels, each level is 4 to 5 meters deep. It can be made into underwater structures such as 1. Underwater restaurant on the 3rd floor, 15 meters deep, or 2. Underwater spa on the 1st floor, 5 meters deep, or 3. Underwater shopping mall or supermarket on the 2nd floor, 10 meters deep, etc. If you want a private view of underwater plants and animals or on a large island in the middle, you can make a 2-layer glass wall. If you want a view of underwater plants and animals of the MIT project, you can make only 1 layer of glass. Water quality is maintained, the underwater environment is arranged and designed by hydrologists, and there are underwater survey ships, drones to survey and take photos, and solar spotlights that are always turned on to make the underwater beautiful, both on the surface and underwater, day and night. Gemstone Type 5 Mukta, for peace and happiness with Maldives on land, is the creation of a Maldives resort business in the sea to be on land, on an island near the sea, such as M1, M2, which will have a saltwater area, or in other places, it will be freshwater. It will solve the problem of Maldives resorts in the sea that will not have a seawater flood, or have to bounce the building away from the high seawater. Also, Maldives on land stands out on a 7-meter-high island, not isolated, near shops, facilities 24 hours a day, near a hospital, no dangerous sea animals and pirates. There are CCTV cameras around the island in every project, and there will be drones to inspect 24 hours a day and along the artificial sand beach. And there will be a wave maker in projects from 5,000 Rai and up. Gemstone Type 6 Garnet for good health, long life with underwater shelter, or UC. A shelter in an acrylic glass room underwater 10 meters deep to shelter from nuclear radiation and air attacks, and is a safe house with a depth equal to a 4-story building. Currently, there is no UC like this in Thailand. Gemstone Type 7 Yellow Sapphire for charm and love. With a 3-star hotel and acrylic glass room underwater, the only one in the world built on land, it will be used as a shelter in case of war. Gemstone Type 8 Zircon for honor, wealth, with underwater survey ships to survey construction in water, underwater security, and as a vehicle to take visitors to see underwater plants and gardens. 1 ship for projects from 2,000 Rai and up, and 2 ships for projects from 5,000 Rai and up. Gemstone Type 9 Sapphire for protection or defense, with SCPR room to be a control room for ultimate security. 1. It is a place to report and control situations from sensors from above, below water, and in the air. 2. It is a room for drones to fly to inspect, survey, and take pictures 24 hours a day in normal and abnormal times. 3. There is also a sonar to detect vehicles flying from drones or flying objects from outside within a radius of 30 kilometers. 4. It is also a collection of images and clips from all CCTV cameras, radio commands, for use with projects with an area of 5,000 Rai and up. Thank you for watching.
Star, together we'll shine, no matter how far. Let's cherish their